Good evening, God's little children. As you know, it is journal time, and today's topic is going to be what type of thinker we are. And in this journal entry, there's two types of thinkers that we're going to be touching base on, and that is a person who the majority follows the crowd, or a person who is a free thinker. I would like to read mine first, and I would like to say you guys do not have to be like this or agree to what I am, but I am a proud person that I consider to be a free thinker. And I actually made this journal entry in July of 23. So, how it's worded and everything I wrote in here is a little bit different. But I just want to point out that I am a free thinker. But it says, do you feel pressure to go with the majority of the crowd in certain situations? Give an example. Or are you comfortable being a free thinker? I would word this way differently now. But my response is, it's funny to go back and read this. Oh my gosh, this is simple. Free thinker, baby, all the way. I want to live my life in leader style. I don't want to be robotic and follow the crowd at all. I mean, yeah, I use TikTok like everyone, haha, but I'm quite sure my newest content is the definition of a free thinker. I mean, y'all, I'm spitting words from my personal journals, my personal thoughts. Free is the only way to be. Well, I'm going to speak for myself. What difference are we making in the world if we remain inside the box like they want us to do? Open that up wide open and unpackage your true self. This is what I wrote back then. I would choose my style of writing differently now, but this is my journal and who I am as a person. And the quote on this journal entry says, the one who follows the crowd will usually go no further than the crowd. Those who walk alone are likely to find themselves in places no one has ever been before. And I think that's why I think I'm a free thinker. I constantly love learning. I love knowledge, and, to obtain all those type of qualities within myself, I can't fit in with going with the majority of the crowd because it limits me from being different and wanting to learn different things. So I am a free thinker, and it's completely healthy to be that way. And so the question reads, do you feel pressure to go with the majority of the crowd in certain situations? Give examples. Or are you comfortable being a free thinker? Question one, part one reads, I feel pressure to go with the majority of the crowd. And the example I have there is example of situations: drug use, social media trends, health, wealth, hobbies, jobs, sin, partying, negativity, agree to plans and favors or tasks without checking in with my own interests. And then example I put on there is that I feel pressure to following along with the majority of the crowd when it comes to social media, because social media is fast paced and it keeps me up to date on what is trending in the world. I feel the need to fit in with that to feel accepted and praised. And then question one, part two is someone is a free thinker. This was my example, and it says examples of free thinking. You keep an open mind. You have questions about traditions. You have curiosity. You love knowledge and learning, excitement of discovery, and understands the perspectives of others. Example that I wrote for this, it says, I am comfortable with being a free thinker. I feel a sense of natural freedom when I can keep an open mind in all areas. Free thinking helps me to learn on a deeper level, to gain knowledge through multiple sides of perspective and endless discoveries. My curiosity gives me the ability to allow my inner being to expand limitlessly. And the tip that I put on there for today, for the type of thinker that we may be, it says, depending on the type of thinker we are, determines who we are and what we will become. To have a lack of freedom of thinking, we lose our dignity, our democracy, and our very selves. And as always, the encouraging Bible verses. The first one reads, do not neglect to do good and share what you have, for such sacrifices is pleasing to the Lord. Hebrews 13:16. You pushed me violently so that I was failing, but the Lord helped me. And that is Psalm 118:13. And then the last one is, therefore prophesy and say, thus says the Lord God, for good reason they made you desolate and crushed from every single side, that you would become a possession of the rest of the nations, and you have been taken up in the talk and whispering of the people. And that was Ezekiel 36:3. And I really like that one because I think it's important that the type of person and the way that we think really truly defines who we are and what we become in this life. So if we're a person who is already always fitting in with the majority of the crowd, we don't get to use our uniqueness. We don't get to share our personal gifts and strengths. And sometimes when we go about trying to be like everyone else, we make mistakes and things that they're doing may not even be right. So and then when you're a free thinker, your ideas are original and they come only from you. So you won't be a mock or a whisper, because people might find that what you're doing, no one else is doing, and it becomes an interest. It becomes interesting, and it might be a talk of good things. But either way it goes, people are going to always have their opinions about you. But I think that what the tip says, depending on the type of people we are, truly determines who we are and what we will become. So if we're continuously wanting to fit in with the crowd, how are new things coming about? How are you becoming as a person? If we stay into the confines of just following what everyone else is doing, a true fulfillment within our hearts and spirits, and in ourselves in general, truly comes to being a free thinker. So that's just a thought, and that is the journal entry for today. And I hope, depending on whatever thinker you are, pray on it and have God help you in any situation that you're going through. If you're someone who is following majority of the crowd and you just don't feel comfortable and you want to break free and you want to become who you were meant to be, talk to God about it. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Have a blessed evening, and may peace be with you all.